long as there is extreme poverty in this world, no man can be totally rich, even if he has $1 billion. Because we are all tied together in a single garment of destiny. Hi, I'm Cameron Turner. With statements like these, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. articulated the philosophy that propelled his labors in pursuit of social justice. You see, from the beginning, Dr. King's struggle against racial segregation and discrimination was always interlocked with a struggle against economic exploitation. The landmark 1955 Montgomery bus boycott, the protest that drew Dr. King into the civil rights movement, had as one of its demands the hiring of black bus drivers. The 1963 March on Washington was organized as a protest for jobs as well as freedom. And Dr. King was planning his Poor People's Campaign when he was murdered in Memphis, Tennessee, while lending support to a garbage collector strike in April of 1968. Now, in 1967, the year before his assassination, Dr. King published the speech, "Where Do We Go From Here?" in which he laid out a bold blueprint for the restructuring, what he called the restructuring of the whole American society. Rejecting the conservative principle that unfettered market forces lead to jobs and prosperity for the masses, Dr. King said, dislocations in the market, operations of our economy, and the prevalence of discrimination thrust people into idleness and bind them in constant or frequent unemployment against their will. And no matter how dynamically the economy develops and expands, it does not eliminate all poverty. Martin Luther King Jr. was firm in his belief that the federal government had not only the means, but also the responsibility to combat poverty. King pushed for a government program of guaranteed income, and he spoke radically about blending the best elements of the two competing economic philosophies of the time. Again, quoting from Where Do We Go From Here? Dr. King writes, "Communism forgets that life is individual. Capitalism forgets that life is social, and the kingdom of brotherhood is found neither in the thesis of communism nor in the antithesis of capitalism, but in a higher synthesis that combines the truth of both." The urgency of Martin Luther King Jr.'s economic advocacy is striking during these contemporary bleak times of long-term unemployment, widespread home foreclosures, plummeting wages, and soaring poverty rates. Our nation's tributes to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. will be incomplete until we as a nation commit to striving toward the economic justice that was so important to Dr. King. And that striving should be pursued with understanding of the principle that we are all tied together in a single garment of destiny. I thank you for listening. I'm Cameron Turner. That's my 2 cents.